What up, Tay? We got the juice. This that juice talk. I'm feeling like Mike Jackson might do the moonwalk. You pussy niggas been bitches. Guess y'all grew balls. Plug got the blow in. Get your head blew off. Yeah, it's your boy Ronnie Bo. Y'all already know I got the juice. Y'all been knew that.
Tay, we got the juice. This that juice talk. I'm feeling like Mike Jackson might do the
Talk TV, what the fuck it do, man? It's your main man, Cool Tay, man. Back again, man. Very, very special guest, man. The one, the only, Ronnie Bo himself, man. How you feeling, my dog?
Good. I feel phenomenally well today.
Man,
Been feeling good.
you've been doing your thing since the last time we had met up here at the studio, man. It's been a little minute since I seen you. But every time I see you, you own another blog, you own another interview, you own another fucking social media platform. I'm talking about, man, one after another, man. How that's been treating you, man? How that's been going?
Well, just God's plan. I was just in the feds a little over a year ago. You know what I mean? And I sat back and contemplated these things. I seen it coming. You know what I mean? When you go through certain stuff, you sometimes you lose hope, but I kept faith. I just knew God had a plan for me, and now everything coming to fruition. You know what I'm saying? It's all this publicity. It's a negative side to it, but on a positive note, it's increasing my book sales. It put me back in position to reignite my career as a recording artist and
There you go.
songwriter.
There you go. And
You know,
first and foremost, and not to cut you off, man, I want to say congratulations to you too as well, and I want to say thank you because if it wasn't for your story and us contacting each other and connecting, you know what I mean. Me personally, I feel like a lot of this wouldn't have really happened the way it's happening. You know what I mean. So I do want to thank you live, personal, on camera for actually taking the time to come on Juice Talk TV to actually tell the original story, and which is being picked up around the world globally.
oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So I do want to say that, just live to you, man. We appreciate you here on Juice Talk TV with that one, man.
Well, I got to thank you as well because you know, it's a lot of hate to go on in our city, unfortunately. And a lot of people, probably wouldn't really want me on their platform because God just gave me this type of light. They feel like I outshine them. But when you around another real person like you, that your light radiate on me and my light radiate on you. You know what I'm saying? So I benefited from being on your platform just as much as you benefited from having me here. You know what I mean?
That's a blessing. I'm glad you broke it down like that, man. That's love. That's
For
love,
sure.
man. So for the viewers and for the people that's just not tuning in and catching up, man, because you got a crazy story, man. You have a crazy life, man, in a good way at that. You know what I mean? You just been putting in so much work throughout the years, man. So for the people that's just kind of really catching up, man, your first interview went extremely viral here on Juice Talk TV. The RKelly situation, being in the cell with him, being on the pod with him, actually talking to him, conversing with him, getting knowledge, exchanging knowledge. Man, the people really gonna have to just really tap in. So if y'all just not really catching up to these things, man, kind of just break it down to them of what happened previously when you was on this platform that made all this kick off.
Well, it's just a lot of people like close to me been knew that I was in there with R. Kelly, like the people who was writing me or the people I was calling. But it's like, I kind of held back from telling the story to the world, even though I knew, what I'm saying, it was potential for the type of positive effects and the negative effects I got from it. You know what I mean? I got a lot of people in my inbox saying you supporting a pedophile, but at the same time, I got people who know that R. Kelly is innocent, support me and willing to do whatever to support me because it's supporting R. Kelly and they genuinely love him. Like people who he grew up with, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? People who was his girlfriend and,
Hmm.
you know, people like that who really close to him, you know.
You have a lot of his supporters on your side. Even when I go to the comments to this day, they still pop up in the notifications. Man, he's spitting real talk. Man, this man is talking real business. Man, he know what he talking about. Man, you know, it's the good definitely outweighs the bad. The positivity definitely outweighs the negative. How does that make you feel?
Well, a lot of his supporters say that none of his supporters or nobody has been able to get this type of publicity by speaking positively about it. You know, it's easy to get publicity by saying negative things about R. Kelly.
Exactly.
It's just like when I was in the feds with him, right? I was trying to get him to sign this agreement to let me write a book on his side of the story. He was skeptical about that for his reason. But one of my guys was like nigga, you write books anyway. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? We can jump him. We can beat his ass together, and you gonna get publicity off that, and that's gonna make your book sell the ones you already got out, and then you can write another book saying, yeah, I'm the one that whooped R. Kelly ass in the feds, and you gonna go viral and sell plenty books because of that. But with me being the type of nigga who got morals,
There you go.
values, you know, virtue, integrity, I couldn't do it because
There you go.
I really fuck with Kel. So it's like I'll be selling out
Yeah.
if I was to do some shit like that because
Yeah.
that's not me.
And that
You know?
person, he basically want to get fame. He'll rather get fame off negative exposure and hurting someone than really trying to help somebody out in a positive light, like you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, why
Yeah,
would you do that when you could do something like this that's gonna paint a bigger picture? Because that's gonna be for the time being.
yeah, for
Just
sure.
like with the I'm digressing here for a second, but just like the 6ix9ine situation. You know, he was brutally attacked in a gym and it was out for a week and now you don't hear about
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean? Versus a story like this, it's gonna carry on because it's so many it's so much it's so much curiosity, it's so much facts, it's so much fiction. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I applaud you on that, man. I applaud you on taking the correct path.
and it definitely, you know, like you said, the good outweigh the bad. If this was an election, you know what I'm saying, I'd be winning by a landslide. But I
Mm.
will also have several votes against me.
There you go.
But the votes that's with me, you know, totally outweigh that.
Yeah.
And so I got people like really expressing hatred. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
all they know how to do is hate anyway. You know what I mean? But they saying shit like, "Oh, you clout chasing or you supporting a pedophile." Like niggas in bitch.
But they
But
not even understanding. They not even listening to your story. They just going off their media.
yeah,
You
the
know.
thing is like, I mean, people could say, uh, clout chasing, whatever they want to say. People gonna say what they want to say anyway. You know, they talk some. You got people who talk bad about Jesus. So
There you
who
go.
am I? You know what I'm saying? You got to expect that. But the thing is like my movement is really not all about R. Kelly. R. Kelly is just a nigga who I got love for.
There you
I
go.
met. I believe he innocent.
Mm-hmm.
But my movement is for all black inmates
There
who
you go.
suffer government corruption and injustice. And R. Kelly is just the epitome.
Mm.
So if I could bring light to his situation and show that this man innocent, y'all bogus because they broke the law to convict him. And I
Exactly.
don't know if you've been seeing it, but recently you got people coming out like the female Jocelyn Savage. Her brother Tim Savage came out and like, man, sis bogus. They,
Mm.
you know, they set him up.
Mm.
You know, she bogus.
Is this
A
part
lot.
of that Surviving R. Kelly Part 3 thing that just came out?
I don't know. I haven't seen much of that, but see,
Okay.
with me being connected to his main supporters, like they really send me all the transcripts from his case, everything that come up, like his emails. R. Kelly sent this. Could you, you know, he wants you to get this message out to the public in one of your interviews. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
everything is coming to me, and
Wow.
that's one of the things. Like if you look it up, you know what I'm saying? They got text messages between this young lady, Jocelyn Savage, and her mother, with her mother telling her, like, look, this is how we gonna set him up. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
When she get there with him, say this, do this. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing was a setup. And not just that particular female, but multiple other females set him up. You know, the government put a hotline out there saying if anybody else been molested by R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, call this hotline. We're gonna put you on Surviving R. Kelly. So a lot of females who don't even know him, they been coached behind the scenes to say you gotta play this role. They done taught them acting skills and said this how you gotta act. You might cry. And just like I said in the last interview, Malcolm X said that the media is the most dangerous weapon the government have because they can make the innocent look guilty and they can make the guilty look innocent.
There you
and
go.
that's exactly what they doing. Like Surviving R. Kelly is a prime example of that because you got everybody just knowing like he guilty. And the crazy thing, like you even know this now, but one of his supporters, I don't want to say their name, but you know, I did an interview with her. You also spoke with her, but one of his supporters basically like he what people think he guilty of, he didn't do.
Exactly.
They think he guilty of some pedophile shit.
Right, but
that's not what he charged with.
To my understanding, it was for RICO and racketeering and
drug trafficking. I mean, not drug
trafficking, sex trafficking.
Now think about this: pimps get charged with sex trafficking, and drug organizations get charged with RICO. R. Kelly, the first person in world history to ever been charged for RICO as an individual. Usually when you get charged for a RICO,
it's a group of activity. Yeah. Man, look, Ronnie Bo, I swear, if it wasn't for this knowledge, I wouldn't know half of the stuff that I know for this last couple months talking to you.
For sure.
And it's such an eye-opener and it's refreshing to the Black culture, to the men, to the inmates, like you said. Like, people really need to wake up and know what's going on and know how they can be railroaded, because it's real. It's real.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, you was at the studio when I recorded the Free R. Kelly song, right?
Correct.
Now, another thing people need to understand is how influential music is.
Okay.
And the same people who basically own and control the music industry, they own and control the prison industry.
Wow.
And they go hand in hand. Like if they could have Lil Durk and Young Boy out here making it fashionable to beef and say, I killed your ops, and really become demonic to the extent that you talking about, I killed your guy, your people, and you glorifying. Like, I'm a real gangster. You know what I'm saying? It's people who know me in the streets probably for doing real gangster shit, but you never gonna hear me say I killed somebody and glorify it. That's not okay.
You're not gonna tell on yourself.
Absolutely not. But they make that fashionable and popular. So, you know, these young niggas out here actually doing that shit because this music really influence them and motivate them to want to say I got a body.
It's enticing.
Yeah.
It's brainwashing.
Yeah.
It's like you say, influential in the wrong ways, man.
Yeah.
And it's deep. It's deeper than what the mind is processing, because subconsciously you're soaking all this in, and now your membrane is thinking it's okay to hurt this person because they did this to you, or it's okay to take this from this person because you don't have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and because of that, with them playing both sides, we influencing them to do these crimes with the music, and then we benefiting too once we lock them up for doing this shit. Like they got most artists either glorifying killing people, having ops, shooting niggas, all that type of shit, or selling drugs. Both of these subjects is keeping our whole culture locked up.
There you
and
go.
then it's keeping our baby mamas as single parents not able to really raise the next generation. And that's why you got these young dumbass niggas out here ain't got no guidance, because this cycle continues.
Man.
You know what I mean? And this ties into R. Kelly, because in the industry, they have what they call creative control over what artists put out, right? Now, R. Kelly, you know, they wanted him you know, with creative control, they control your actual image and the type of music you put out. So the image that they wanted him to present to the public is this sex god basically, and you know they basically provoke him and had him write songs like age ain't nothing but a number for Aaliyah and shit like that. You know what I mean? And all these
ain't nothing wrong with bumpy grind and stuff.
Yeah, like in another song, "Show Me Some ID." You know what I'm saying? What female you gonna actually show you some ID? They got creative control out of this music. Even if he wrote that from his own mind and he wanted to do that, y'all tell rappers we can't put out Dear Mama songs like Tupac was doing. Like Tupac really stood up and fought against that. So y'all could tell a nigga like you can't put out that type of pedophile type of music because you control this shit. So y'all wanted it to come out. Now you hear songs from R. Kelly like "I Wish" that inspire you, like "I Believe I Can Fly" that inspire you, "World's Greatest" that inspire you. These were some of his biggest hits. So he wanted to make more music like that's inspiring people. "Heaven I Need a Hug," which
Step in the Name of Love.
Yeah, "Step in the Name of Love." These are the type of songs that inspire good energy, good vibes.
You ain't lying.
That's what he wanted to do, but you know, they allow him to do a few songs like that, but if you listen to most of his music, it's also sexual shit. And you know, them was hits too. But
it sells because sex sells, you know. We all know sex sells, but like you said, they pushed it on it to the point where, okay, this is what we want you to actually put out to the masses. You know what I mean? And we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of this in there.
And just like they tell niggas like Lil Durk and ESTG them keep rapping about killing your ops and selling drugs, they was telling R&B singers back then rap about this type of pedophile shit. Like even DMX, like rappers back then was rapping about pedophile type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just look this shit up, my nigga. You know what I mean? And so that's why this song I did called "Free R. Kelly" is gonna be so big. And I'm not exaggerating this shit. This shit really likely to debut on the charts with the people I'm working with.
Right.
And it's my plan is to basically not just change the narrative about R. Kelly because this is my people, but just change the whole game, the whole industry, and show like you've been paying attention. Like I've been dealing with the top bloggers, the biggest podcasts in the United States of America, from the East Coast to the West Coast to down south. You seen the shit I did with Birdman brother, Terrence Gangster Williams. You know, these you seen platforms that just not even contacting me and interviewing me, but they telling stories about me now. One just got 108,000 views in 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who they is. You know what I mean? So the song is gonna prove, look, we don't need the music industry no more. You know what I mean? We don't need to sign no deal no more. You know, Tory Lanez proved that. And that's why they framed him in the case with Megan Thee Stallion. If you look into that case, man, that nigga just as innocent as R. Kelly is. You know, but I don't know him to campaign for him
right.
I'm campaigning for R. Kelly, you know what I mean? But
the story do sound a little strange. I can admit that.
It's bogus, my nigga.
Sound all over the place.
It's bogus. And he proved it. The man went #1 on the charts without a deal. And Jay-Z wanted to sign him. And that's why Tory Lanez Dead came out and basically exposed Jay-Z and said, man, you got these young artists selling their souls, and the ones who don't want to fuck with you, you trying to blacklist them or fuck up their life and their career. And that's why in the Free R. Kelly song, I say, fuck Jay-Z. You know what I mean?
But before we get to the R. Kelly debut, the song, the Free R. Kelly track, I want to talk about some of the blogs that you've been on recently because like Birdman brother, Terrence Williams. How was that experience, you know, just talking to him, knowing that he's a part of the culture, knowing that he's Birdman's brother, knowing that he's he's somewhat part of Cash Money. What kind of things did you guys speak about?
Well, you know, we talked about whole diversification of things, but one thing I want to say about dude is that's a good brother, man.
Okay.
Like I tried to offer the man money on multiple occasions to do certain shit for me. And the man turned it down every time and said, look, I'm just gonna do it. You ain't gotta give me shit. And apparently it don't seem like he even in that much of a good financial situation to be turning down money. So that shows integrity. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, Lil Boosie and shit saying the man a rat. But Lil Boosie, my nigga, you did a whole album with T.I., a man who was on Crime Stoppers saying, if you see any crime, call the police. So you don't consider that a rat. And now you want to just come out and say he a rat all of a sudden for publicity, knowing y'all still finna put the album out. You know what I mean? And the album gonna sell more because of this fake narrative y'all created for publicity. But you want to say you don't fuck with Terrence Williams no more because he a rat. But you fuck with a rat. Like that type of hypocrisy, like that shit is just it reveals your character, my nigga. Like, but I never seen no paperwork on Terrence Geisha Williams. And as I explained on his show in the Feds, how I go, if you say a nigga a rat and you can't really stand on that and prove it, instead of them getting on his ass, they gonna get on your ass.
There you go.
And like I told him, it should be like that on the streets too, because it's a lot of police ass niggas out here. But I done heard the real police ass niggas who really work for the government try to spread rumors like that about me. And then I mentioned this shit in a song. Like I had a song called Whack the Rats where I mentioned informants who set me up on my Fed case, really lied on me, my nigga. Like I really didn't do the shit they said. They said I'm part of a drug trafficking organization based in Chicago. Like I only knew one nigga out there. How the fuck I'm part of an organization? You know what I mean? Like y'all said a nigga going to buy bricks and bring it back to Milwaukee. Like okay, where all his money at then? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of fucked up at the time. So where all these bricks at?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's so much deception and fake shit out here, bro.
It is.
Like you can't really just let somebody tell you something bad about a person and feed off that and make and cause you to look at this person a certain way. You can't, because it might be a reason why this person trying to turn you against that person. So you got to get to know a motherfucker for yourself.
And I'm glad you said that. That's a great point, because even with you on the outside looking in, a person will swear up and down, you're doing this for money. You're doing this for clout. You're doing this to make a name. You're doing this for yourself. But if they take their time and do their homework and understand who Ronnie Bo is, what Ronnie Bo went through, what Ronnie Bo stands for, they would change their whole perspective.
You seen one of the you probably seen 2 interviews where they was offering me money on the interview. How could we support you? How could we don't? How could we cash?
They was ready.
And what I say?
You said no. You said this is gonna be for a bigger purpose. This is for a bigger cause.
Absolutely. This not about that. I don't want y'all money. Send that to RKelly.
Send that to RKelly.
That's what I said.
That's right? What you said. It's for a bigger cause. You said, I don't want to send it to RKelly.
It's not about that, my nigga. If I could shine a light on how unjust they did my nigga RKelly, then I could shine a light on how they doing the other hundreds of thousands of black inmates who up in there locked up away from their kids, away from their baby mamas and shit. You know? Like, bro, that shit really made me emotional, for real, my nigga, because it's a lot of good niggas up in there who really not supposed to be up in there.
I know,
RKelly, one of them. So if I can shine that light on his situation, then I can shine a light on how they did Larry Hoover, the niggas up here and the niggas who down here, because they doing this shit to all our people, my nigga, and this shit been going on for 400 years. Like, slavery really never ended, my nigga. They just reinvented this shit. And niggas need to wake up and stop going against each other. You know what I'm saying? Stop hating on each other and shit, my nigga. Like, a hater could make you look like the motherfucking hater. Because a real nigga don't feel it's necessary to really tell his side of the story, you know, because a real nigga know who he is as a person. So it's like, I ain't gotta say what's really going on, my nigga, because you know and I know. But you out here spreading all these rumors, making it look like I'm the hater, I'm the one wrong, or I'm the pedophile, or, you know what I'm saying, where you hiding something. And the way that you hide this is to put that shit on somebody else.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
So with this R. Kelly, the free R. Kelly track, the campaign, the movement, the track is coming out soon. Is the producer anonymous or?
No, you talking about the nigga who made the beat?
Yeah, yeah.
No, my nigga Young Dev made the beat.
Okay.
And shout out to Young Dev. You know, he one of the best producers in the world. He made beats for Young Dolph.
Okay.
He just did some shit for Offset from the Migos. This a banger. He wasn't even supposed to let me hear it. You know what I mean? But I heard it. You know what I'm saying? He know I ain't the type of nigga who gonna let nobody else hear it, but he doing some good work. And I think the beat that he did for me for this free R. Kelly song is like one of his best beats. And I'm the type of nigga, just like you hear me on all these other major platforms, always shouting out Juice Talk. You know what I'm saying? I want us all to eat, my
That's
nigga.
why I asked you
Because I hope y'all do the same for me and everybody else who trying to get somewhere, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to set that type of trend. And I done did that shit before. Like, you remember when I was campaigning back in the day?
Man, that's why I
like,
said if people don't know, man, they gonna know.
My nigga, I was the talk of the town.
Man, you
know what I mean?
And you still the talk.
And yeah, that's I just, you know, I'm a humble individual, but back then the point is I'm not trying to make myself seem no greater than I am, because I'm nothing without God, but I'm everything with God. So,
but you got to give credit to where credit due, and you got to get your flowers. That's why when I asked your son, I said, "Do you know who your father is?" Do you really? I was really asking that, like, on some real shit, like being for real.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
What I was trying to explain about that, my nigga, is when I was campaigning back then, you know, I was the talk of the town. I was the light, but I was really trying to bring everybody in the city into that light and make them as big as me or greater. You know what I'm saying? And all these niggas did was hate, my nigga. Like when I was doing events back then, I'm shouting out everybody who I fuck with on the radio in magazine articles and shit. You know what I'm saying? When they got something going on, they act like a motherfucker. I don't exist. Like, my nigga, I've made a lot of these local artists. If it weren't for Ronnie Bo, they would have never been known for shit. You know what I'm saying? So why not, all the love I showed you niggas, why not return that love? And if you don't return it, why hate it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is wrong with niggas? Like, where y'all get these jealous and evil, envious emotions from, my nigga? Like, that shit is not okay.
Yeah, a lot of that is just become from within. You know, a lot of people just not happy from within. Stuff not going the way they going. The route is not going the route that they chose. You know, the path is closing for them. So, you know, and that misery loves company.
For sure.
You know, that's all that is.
And that's why now, my nigga, I'm creating a whole new industry. Like, I'm not just on these people platforms, but behind the scenes, I'm uniting people and saying, look, just how they could blacklist us from the BET Awards or the Grammys, we gonna blacklist them from y'all platforms, and we gonna make this shit bigger than the Grammys, the BET Awards. And even, you know, with my prison reform campaign, it's not just based on trying to show the injustice, but it's to still get these inmates hope in a life. And how I'm doing that is every inmate who write me and ordering my books and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm making them bosses in a community sports corporation that I basically just started. And like, I come from the feds, so when you in the feds, you locked up from people all around the United States.
Yeah.
So I got niggas really in every city and state in America. So it's like, okay, you from this hood, okay, you gon' own that team in your hood from jail. You know, you can have your baby mama and your brother and your best friend and your sister and them running it for you, but this your team. You name it what you want to name it. You got this much stock in this corporation. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, this idea I actually got from Tupac. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we're gonna have our children playing basketball, boxing, or whatever sport they want to do in the community. You know, the parents or the uncles might be the security. You know what I'm saying? Everybody benefiting though. Everybody getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody selling tickets, and we keeping the youth out of trouble through this, and we keeping the parents occupied in a legitimate way to where they don't have to. The mamas ain't got to go sell their pussy. You know what I'm saying? The fathers ain't got to go sell these drugs. You know what I mean? That's who I am as a person. That's what I'm about. And like a lot of people say bad shit about Charleston White, but the nigga is a genius, and I don't support none of that snitch shit.
I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna ask you about Charleston White. What did you think about him?
Well, the nigga intelligent as a motherfucker, and like he said, I tell y'all and say what y'all want to hear, so I can tell y'all and say what y'all need to hear.
So, cause soon as you get their attention, that's when he started talking about the real shit. I'd be like, man, he know what he doing.
And that's what I'm on. You know what I mean? Like, people know me for having a sense of humor and joking all the time. Well, that's the people who think they know me. But the people who are really close to me, they been knew this side of Ronnie Bo. The people who just heard about Ronnie Bo, all they see, this nigga always joking, he funny. Because it's hard for me to be serious publicly with certain people because I take everything as a joke for real. Like the shit that y'all take serious, like y'all will go spend $5,000 on an outfit and don't got a crib or a $5,000 crib
in the bank.
I mean, or a car, a $5,000 car, and y'all probably ain't doing shit for y'all kids or y'all mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is funny to me. That's a joke to me.
That's deep.
You know what I mean? So
that's deep.
I can't take y'all serious. You know what I mean? But you know,
that's real shit, man. So, what can we expect coming up next from Ronnie Bo, man? Like I said, you've been around. You've basically been around the world for the last month or so, man. Like blog after blog, interview after interview, man. What can we expect next, man? Any new books? Any new more music? Anything?
Well, absolutely. The free RKelly single come out the April 14th, 414 day.
Okay.
It's gonna be bigger than most people imagine. Okay. I done hired publicists behind this. I got all these top blogs behind me. A lot of support. Is gonna be big, but that just opened the doors for other things. And I'm re-releasing my book that's already out.
Okay.
Most people already done bought the Holy Trap Scriptures by me, Value of the Vagina, but the Holy Trap Scriptures I'm re-releasing because it's a lot of things I had to add and update. And one of the things was the story and the talks that I had with RKelly. You know, it actually would have came out in January, but the publisher, they made me change his name. I did that. Then from there, they tried to make me take shit out. I'm not doing that. So I can't even go through a publisher this time, but I'm working on getting it out. You know what I'm saying? It should be out within a couple weeks. It's going to be.
I know Pippa Ken got some strings he could probably pull for you.
Oh, yeah. Ken, he tried to sign me to a book deal when I was in the feds. You know, he signed Ice-T, he signed Lil Boosie. He was working on signing Master P, other known people, but he told me he just wanted me to get my profile and my publicity.
There you go.
So
what you are doing.
Yeah, I think I done did that.
What you are doing.
Yeah.
Man, I congratulate you on that again, Ronnie Bo, man. You got one hell of a story, man. You one hell of a guy. Humble, smart, intelligent, man. Got your head on straight. Always have, man. And like you always used to say the campaign, man, Ronnie Bo next to blow, man. And that's for sure. Yeah. That's for sure, man.
For sure. Another thing that came from this, bro, is I got she's an RKelly supporter and she became one of my lady friends, but her and her sister, this lady named Shonda, her and her sister own a nonprofit organization that specializes in prison reform for black inmates.
Okay.
And they drafting legislation, making new laws, changing laws and all type of shit. And they made me a speaker in an event that they throwing in out in California. And this come from like once the shit went viral with me being outspoken and things I revealed about RKelly, like they actually dug into who I am and what I'm really on. And they discovered that like behind the scenes, I'm a real black activist, a real political activist.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And so they, you know, that's kind of big. They gonna have Snoop Dogg there and other people, and this is the type of stuff I've been want to do. Like people always thought, oh, he want to be a rapper. You know what I mean? But that was just a tool.
Oh man, you hit it right on the head.
Yeah, like for Tupac, you got to think this man was raised as a black activist. His mama and them was real Panthers, Black Panthers, the ones who was out here really getting down and protesting and changing laws and putting their life on the line for this shit. And his mama was a very strong black woman, and she raised him as a very strong intellectual black man. And so he used the music and he finessed it. You know, he gave y'all what y'all want to hear too. All the I'm a hit 'em up type of music and the party fucking these bitches. But
then that's why he gave you. That's why they called you, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Brenda had a baby. Till the end of time. If I could change the world, you know what I mean?
This goes on, man.
Yeah, and not just that, but the music brought the light to him and attention.
Yeah.
So if you listen to his interviews, he giving out so much game, and the man's so deep that you just see a whole nother side of Pac. You know what I mean? And that's what music is for me. Like, I love to do it, but it's really just a gift that God gave me and a tool that I'm using to further my political agenda basically in the world. And that's just to better the conditions for my community, and not just where I'm from, but I'm talking about the whole black community as a whole.
That's what's up,
worldwide.
Man. That's it, man. We appreciate you, Ronnie Bo, man. Let the people know where they can find you, because I know they done set you. So much happened with you since we done had this interview, man. Since you went viral, man, they done took your social medias, they done tried to hack your accounts, man. So now where can the people find you at, man? If they want to get in contact with Ronnie Bo.
Speaking of that, bro, as soon as that Juice Talk interview we did went viral, soon as it went viral, bro, they shut down all my social media platforms.
They shut down everything.
And I had a lot of friends and followers on each platform. And I lost a lot of contact with people because, you know me, like, not that I'm still out here in the street selling drugs, but I'm so paranoid from the feds framing me in cases that I don't keep the same number.
Okay.
And I don't save numbers because I done been through shit where the feds would get my phone, and now they know who this person is because they number save and they looking at the text. Now they looking into them.
Gotcha.
So I don't save numbers. So when they shut down my social media, I lost a lot of contact with a lot of people who I have friendly relationships with, a lot of business people. So if y'all happen to see this interview, you know, I made a new Facebook. It's Ronnie Bo. Y'all know how to spell it. RONNIEBO. I made a new Instagram. It's GM Ronnie Bo. You know, y'all gonna see that don't have that many friends and followers, but that's me. Y'all might think it's not me because y'all gonna see like, damn, this ain't the page. I know he had 10,000 friends or followers. You know what I mean?
But man, they trying to hate on you, man. Hating on you.
Yeah. It's me though. Look me up.
In YouTube. All you gotta do is type in Ronnie Bo now.
Oh yeah. A lot of shit gonna come up now when you type in Ronnie Bo.
Yeah, man, it's over. Yeah,
y'all reach out though. A lot of y'all wonder where I went. I'm still around. I miss y'all. You know, my niggas who I was in contact with through social media and my lady friends, y'all reach out. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shit going on I want y'all to be part of, and that's my niggas who I ain't heard from and my lady friends. Like, reach out, distant family, all y'all. Like, I'm still around. Reach out to me. Like,
same old Bo.
For sure.
One thing before we get out of here, I seen you in Indiana working with some artists. Am I correct? Was that Indiana?
Well, you know, I think I have a rule that I'm not supposed to leave the state, so I don't think I was in Indiana.
Okay,
but no, that's cool. That's cool. You know, I know how to deal with these situations. But yeah, I don't think I was in Indiana because of that rule. You feel me? But yeah,
I just thought I thought I seen you working with some Indiana artists. That's what I'm saying. I believe they just here maybe or something.
They gotta look. I know how this. They gotta prove everything anyway. That's why I'll be careful about how I word shit.
Okay.
Fuck the feds. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And make sure you don't edit that. I mean that. I beat them in a lawsuit. They know what it is with me. Fuck them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
shout out to them Indiana guys, man. I know you
yeah,
I know you've been working with them, man. Just want
absolutely.
to get them some love.
Lil Splash 007,
There you go.
my brother and friend Meaty, you know, that's his label over there. They got a lot of major shit going on. I don't even want to exaggerate, but they legit, they own trucking companies and real estate. They doing everything the right way, and they very talented, like very talented
There
on
you
this
go.
music shit.
There
Like
you go.
I see just as much greatness or more greatness in them as I see in myself and other established artists in the industry. So y'all look out for them. They coming. They gonna come hard.
There you go, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Ronnie Bo next to Blow, man.
And shout out to my nigga Plug, man. Get rid of that COVID, my nigga, so we can.
Shout out to Plug too, man. Get well soon, man. Rest up, rest up, rest up, man. Make sure y'all take care of yourself. That COVID shit still out here hitting, man. So don't be walking around here like shit ain't safe, man. Other than that, Juice Talk TV, Ronnie Bo next to Blow.
Grind mode,
Grind
down bad,
mode.
you know,
Yes,
this your
sir.
boy.
We out of here, Juice
Hey,
Talk
we got the
TV.
juice, this that juice talk. I'm feeling like Mike Jackson might do the moonwalk.